So we're back. That was tough. I am dripping with sweat. What's going on YouTube? It's Jason, and today we're going to be exploring the question, is fasted cardio good for fat loss? Exciting news, I've got a new scale, so I thought I'd do a little scale reveal on camera. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. Nice. Bluetooth scales, black, very sleek, different settings, so BMI, body fat, all of that. If I'm honest, I don't really care too much for that stuff. I don't get scales to measure my BMI or my body fat. I always feel like the body fat estimates on scales are wildly inaccurate, but they look good. Let's give them a go. Hopefully they serve me well. So we have a starting weight of 81.2. So I'm going to do an hour of walking per day, fasted, or an equivalent cardio that burns 300 calories. I'm also going to eat in an 800 calorie deficit, so in my world that's about 2,500 calories, and at the end of the week I'm going to see if I lose fat faster. Back out, day 2, fasted, tired this morning, let's get it over with. Day number 3, we are outside, repping Tottenham Hotspur of course, come on you Spurs. So I've been walking the past couple of days, I've been relatively fine without food. Today I'm going to try a run, steady pace, nothing crazy, but by raising the intensity a little bit, let's see if my performance drops. So run done, 26 minutes in the bag. Not too bad to be honest, about 350 calories burnt. Wasn't too bad, so performance wise, first 15-20 was absolutely fine. From 20 I felt like I really had to push through. I'm not a massive fan of running to be honest, so that was quite a good test in terms of performance. In a couple of days time I'm going to be doing interval training, so like sprints, should be a lot more intense, so I should be able to benchmark my performance better with that run. So one thing I have noticed after doing 3 days of fasted cardio is that I definitely feel less hungry when I get home. I'm not someone who skips breakfast at all. You hear these people who say, I woke up and I forgot to eat breakfast till 2 o'clock. I've never been that person. Whenever I get up, I'm absolutely ravenous. But it feels like after I do the cardio, I could probably go another 2 or 3 hours without food. It's absolutely tipping it down outside. I'm not a fair weather walker, so I'm gonna go to the gym and do some cardio. Quick look at today's drip, in case you missed it. Oof. Very naughty.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
I absolutely hate walking on the treadmill. It's just so boring. I'm gonna whack up the incline and pick up the pace a little bit. Hopefully I shouldn't be here for the full hour. Done 320 calories, just over 35 minutes. Let's get showered. So day 5 of fasted cardio, nearly there. Today I have interval training. Let's see how I get on. So we're back. That was tough. I am dripping with sweat. I'd say fasted cardio is not suitable for anything that needs performance or energy. I mean, if you're gonna do a steady pace walk, it's absolutely fine. You're probably not gonna miss out much there. But like today, interval training, sprinting, after like 12, 13 minutes, I was literally running on empty. It was difficult and it was hard for me to keep my intensity up. So I would definitely avoid if you're looking to do something intense.
Mate, I am absolutely shattered, but surprisingly, I'm not that hungry. I said before, when I do fasted cardio, I don't feel as hungry as I normally do in the morning. I'm hungry, don't get me wrong, I could eat, but if I had to wait an hour or two, I definitely could. So anyways, I've got Greek yogurt, granola, and maple syrup to replenish. I want to chow this down and get on with the day.
So day 6 of fasted cardio done, just under an hour and a half completed. I do feel quite hungry this morning. I'm not sure whether that's because of the fasted cardio or because I'm tired. I didn't sleep very well. I have had a fresh trim, thanks for asking. Anyways, 1 day left. Day 7 of fasted cardio, we made it. I want to get home and give you my final thoughts, results, and of course the science.
So final weigh-in, what are we saying? Cool, 80.2, so a kilo lost. So let's start with the results. So I started out at 81.2 and I ended the week on 80.2. So that's a kilo lost. I was in an 800 calorie deficit per day. So that would normally equate to about 0.8 kilos lost over the week. But when I reduce my calorie intake, I also reduce my carb intake as well. Therefore, my body holds on to less water. So that will be an extra 0.2 to 0.5 kilos depending. So a mixture of fat loss and water loss means I lost a kilo. But the key question is, did I lose fat faster than if I didn't do fasted cardio? And the answer is no. With the deficit I had and the amount of cardio I did, I would have expected to lose a kilo in a normal week. So fat loss didn't happen any faster for me. What does the science say? Now, science does say that you do burn more fat doing fasted cardio versus fed cardio. But people don't read into the details. Yes, the body does burn more fat as fuel when you're in a fasted state, but your body replaces those calories and fat stores once you start eating again. So what does this mean? Well, although someone may use more fat as a fuel source if they do fasted cardio, calories in versus calories out is ultimately going to determine how much fat they lose. Think about it like this: if you deposited £50 in your account at 9 AM and you deposited the same amount of money in your account at 1 PM, by the end of the day, your balance would be exactly the same. When it comes to your account balance, it doesn't really matter what time the deposit was made, but the fact that it was actually made. So we've been through my results and the science. What are my final thoughts? To be honest, I'm not a massive fan of fasted cardio anymore. When I was younger and more impressionable, I would look at people that were ripped, and if they said they did fasted cardio, I wouldn't question it, I would just follow along. But as I grew up, I became more aware of things like steroid use, genetics, and science, and then I realized it was a waste of time. Because as I said earlier, even though you use more fat as a fuel source during fasted cardio, if your calories are the same, you would burn the exact same amount of fat as if you did cardio once you'd eaten. So what's the point in going through all the extra effort and aggro for the same amount of fat loss and a dip in performance? In actual fact, because of that dip in performance and the fact you have less energy, the person who does fasted cardio will likely end up burning less calories than the person who does fed cardio. So I guess the only thing that's left is my appetite. I did notice that during my week of fasted cardio, I did feel hungry later in the morning. So yeah, I definitely found it easier to delay my first meal. So if somebody was doing something like intermittent fasting and they were doing fasted cardio, I guess they will find it easier to stick to their eating window. But is delaying your first meal and your hunger a healthy way to eat long term? Not in my opinion. So that's it. Based on the science and my actual results, I wouldn't recommend fasted cardio. You don't lose fat any faster. But that being said, if you wanted to do fasted cardio because you found it more convenient, or you're someone that doesn't really train well after breakfast, then be my guest. Hope you found that video helpful. Don't forget to like it, comment below for the algorithm, it massively helps. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.